What's the number one challenge for businesses today?
Workforce development, attracting, recruiting, and retaining people.
And that's why we created this podcast, designed for the frustrated CEO, the under-resourced recruiter, or the overworked manager, to give you the tools to tackle those WTF moments.
It's time to open another workforce therapy file.
All right, well, welcome back to the Workforce Therapy Files. We are live at the Kentucky SHRM Conference here in Lexington, Kentucky.
Beautiful Lexington.
Home of the beautiful horses and the amazing rolling pastures. I don't know. Don't put me...
Bourbon.
I don't work for the chamber. You see what I'm saying?
Racehorses.
Yes, absolutely. And our guest, so Jason and I are here talking to Charles Duke from the Kentucky Historical Society. Hi, Charles.
Hello, hello, hello.
So before you tell us about you, I've only known you for about 2 seconds, right? We met today.
Yes.
And in that short amount of time, you won $50 from the SHRM Conference.
Yes.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
You sat down in your chair and immediately someone came over to talk to us about all of your accolades and who you are as a human.
There you go.
And I tell you what, I'm just glad to know you. So you're living right. You're living right.
I'm an inspirational leadership type of HR professional.
I love this.
Okay. I work for the Kentucky Historical Society, which is the museum in Frankfort, Kentucky.
Okay.
Right? They went 7 years without an HR person because they didn't think they needed one.
How many employees do they have?
60.
Okay.
And what they were doing was if they hired somebody would come and onboard them. If they needed to discipline somebody from the personnel cabinet would come over and do that. So they couldn't do anything themselves. I got trumped from the VA. So somebody said, hey, are you still without a job? Yeah, I was just going to go ahead and stay retired. They said, no, they need an HR administrator in Frankfort. I said, where in Frankfort? They said, the museum. They said, can you do it? I said, it's HR. I got this.
I got this.
Right.
Were you living in Frankfort at the time?
No, right here in Lexington,
Okay,
Massachusetts
okay.
Station. Right down the street, actually.
All right.
And I said, no problem. So I interviewed so many people in my life, I knew exactly what to do. They have a website that has all the employees' pictures on it and where they work and what they do. I printed that out. I came up with an idea for each department. And then when they were talking to me and they were interviewing me, they said, have you got anything for us? And I said, I do. And I went down and picked up my portfolio and I put all the separate departments out with the employees and asked them to read over that and tell me if that can work for you guys and where you work. It was like, oh my God. Before I got home, I got an offer. You know?
That's incredible.
Yeah, but that's...
Teacher's pet right there. That's
You know what, though?
are.
For anybody who is in the job market, what you did is a piece of advice I give everyone, and that's going with the assumption you could get this job.
Yeah.
What would you need to know? What do you need to make sure they know you can do? What do they need to know that you can't?
And prepare. Don't just show
prepare.
up and just take the questions. I mean,
That's it.
That's
go ahead and
awesome.
think about what you want to do with the job.
So many people think that that's the part. It's not.
Yeah.
It's relationships. If you can build a relationship right there,
Yep.
Yeah,
you got them.
especially one built on competence.
They sat over there and it became a conversation, not an interview.
Yeah.
You know? Because I got like 26 years of HR experience. They've got 0.
Yeah.
Right? Right.
Nobody wants to hire someone who's going to create more work for them. They want to hire someone who's going to solve their problems. And you
There you
came
go.
to the table and said, I've already solved one.
Yeah.
I
What's
love
next?
that.
Yeah.
That's a great story.
Well, see, they didn't have performance evaluations or
Yeah.
any of that stuff.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to introduce those within the next 6 months.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
So you said you're ex-military. Tell us
Yes.
about that.
I was in the Air Force
Okay.
for 30 years. I started out working on F-16s.
Wow.
And I got so good that they made me a trainer for people working on F-16s.
That's the HR door right there, right?
Kind of,
Trainer?
sort of. Then I moved over because the Air Medical Evacuation Squadron, you ever seen the movies where the airplanes come on and they open the back, they never turn off, and they put the patients in the back?
Yeah.
Yep.
I train the people that handle those patients on the airplane. So if, I got to take your arm or your eyes popping out of socket, those things.
Oh, wow.
It's a flying ambulance.
Yeah.
So I train those medics.
Okay.
And when Desert Storm or the last one, what was the last one called?
I don't know all the
Desert
names.
Something. What I did was I had to certify you if you were going to go over there. So I had to make decisions and stuff like that on people's character and their ability to handle a war type situation, if they can actually put the training into practice, all that good stuff.
Yeah. Wow.
So I never had to go because I was one deep. If I was gone, who was going to do my job?
Right. Yeah.
So they wouldn't let me go.
Yeah. Okay.
I volunteered, but they wouldn't let me go.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you for your service.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Well, hey, Charles, look, I'm asking each guest to come up with a question for the next guest. And Ben has a question for you. He didn't know who you were going to be, but Ben.
You talking about Ben Richardson?
No.
No.
Different Ben.
Different
Oh,
Ben.
okay,
Ben.
okay.
Different Ben. Ben says, if there is one thing, what is it that you look for in a candidate? And I think you got your answer.
I did. I screamed it as I was running away. Authenticity.
Okay.
I don't want any fake people.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Don't give me just your best thing during the interview, because when we hire you, I need that same energy.
Uh-huh.
If you don't get that same energy, it's like, God, did I make a mistake? Because everybody can prepare for one day. What about the rest of your work life?
Yeah.
You gotta be somebody that I can say, I know I hired the right person, so I don't have to sit around and watch and wonder what they're doing.
I love that.
Yeah.
You know what
Let
I
him
mean?
go.
That's a great answer.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Before
I'm full of it.
before you go, one of the other things that you said today before you sat down was that you want to see us put the human back in human resources.
Yes,
Is there something else you'd like to say about that?
I do. Everybody thinks, because see, human resources is a non-value added part of anybody's workforce. It makes no money for any company, anywhere. But without it, you got a company of turmoil, you got a company of possible just eroding. You have to have human resources. Now, everybody that does it isn't necessarily good, but at least you got something. Those people went 7 years without an HR person at the museum, right? So who's handling the problems when you are not getting along?
Yeah.
They don't know.
Yeah.
So they can come into my office as an HR professional, employee relations specialist, and we can talk about it.
Yeah.
And when you leave, you've got a different thought process,
Absolutely.
you know? So that's the human part.
I understand.
AI can't do that,
Not at all.
you know? And a person that's, I'm in a museum, a curator can't sit down and do that,
Right. No.
you know? It takes somebody that's seen bad employees to say, hey, I don't want you to become one,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
you know? So that's the human part, the human resources.
Thank you, sir.
Charles, before we wrap up, I need a question from you for the next guest. So
Now, is it going to be HR based?
It doesn't have to be. It can be
it doesn't
anything you
have
want
to be.
to
It
ask.
can be business. It can be whatever.
What do you think qualifies you to be a human resource professional?
Oh,
Ooh,
okay.
I like it.
No?
Yeah, I love that. That's a great question.
Something.
That's great, Charles. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us. That's right. 100%.
That's right. That's right. All right.
This
Jim,
was fun.
close that file, Jim.
Thanks for listening to the Workforce Therapy Files. We hope you learned something new, and we're thankful for the time that you spent with us today. If there's a topic you'd like us to discuss, reach out to us. Our contact information's listed in the show notes. Until next time, keep your head up.